Okay, hey guys, so this is day 4 of ASMR Vlogmas, and I am back with my second story time. And yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as day 1, only because I'm recording these back to back. So, for this story time, I will be doing soft-spoken whispering. Whispering is like, after a while, it starts to hurt your throat. But so, this story time is going to be about my horrible experience with my braces. So, growing up, I've always had like buck teeth and a gap, like a tiny gap. So I've always been like self-conscious about my teeth and not like smiling too much. So I always told myself, like, when you get it grown, get a job, you can get some braces. That's exactly what I did. In 2014, in 2014, I was doing a lot of researching about the cost of braces and different offices in my area. So I went to a lot of different consultations and stuff like this. So one of the consultations I went to, this man was like so professional. He asked me a lot of different questions and stuff like this, and I forgot what one of the questions was, but it led to him telling me that I tongue thrust. I told him that when I sleep, my tongue pushes against the back of my teeth, which resulted in my buck teeth all my life. So yeah, in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and my tongue is literally like forcefully glued to the back of my teeth, like just pushing. So he was like, okay, well, if you decide that you want me to do your braces, I'm going to put I forgot what it's called, but he's going to put like something on the back of my teeth where if my tongue decides to touch the back of my teeth, it's gonna basically stab my tongue until my tongue is trained not to push against the back of my teeth. And I was so happy to hear this, guys. Like, you don't even understand. Like, as painful as it sounds, like, I was just happy that like it can be, corrected. I also talk with my tongue. You guys may notice it a lot that I talk uniquely or different. All my life, people have told me, "Oh my God, I love the way you talk." I remember growing up in school, some of the kids would be like, "Oh my God, you say this word funny," or "I like the way you say that word," or "Could you say a different can you repeat the word?" And just like, and I'd be like, I didn't know that I talk uniquely and that people actually like the way I talk. To me, I just sound like a baby. But I have gone to a speech pathologist growing up. My mom said, but I don't remember doing any of that. Just to correct, I guess, my lisp, and I don't know, but it didn't work. Anyways, so like I was really confident in this dentist, and he didn't mention the price. So he just told me to he gave me this sheet that had a list of things that I needed to get done before I got my braces, which was like getting a checkup, x-rays, and like seeing if you have cavities, but you have to go to another doctor's office to do all this. So after he gave me the sheet, I went back to the front desk, and I ended up asking the lady at the front desk, like, oh, how much do you think it would cost for like everything? She was like, oh, around what did she say, 5,500 or and up, or it just depends on your case. Mine were $6,000. I'm like, no. So I got to like thinking and stuff like this. I'm like, okay, my insurance is gonna cover half the price of, no, my insurance is gonna cover up to $2,400 of the cost of my braces. So I'm like, I'll be left with a lot to pay. So I never went back to that dentist. Afterwards, I kept researching, and I found this place close to me that did braces, but they did a different type of braces called fast braces. I didn't know what it was at the time, but basically it's similar to how regular braces work, but they fix your teeth in half the time. So I went in to do the consultation and stuff like this, and I was a candidate for it. The lady told me that the cost was going to be $4,500. I'm like, awesome. My insurance is going to cover half of that, and I'll be stuck with the other half. So we started the process or not, and I noticed that the dentist didn't really no, let me back up. So before we started the process, they asked you, do you want to do a payment plan, or would you like to apply for Care Credit, which is a credit card that is used for healthcare stuff. So I was like, okay, let's just do the Care Credit, and I'll just pay, the $25 a month. So I got approved for that, for the other half of the $4,500. I went back to get my braces done, and I noticed the dentist, he wasn't even an ortho, he was just a regular dentist. Oh, let me just explain. Okay, so fast braces, how it works is regular dentists, they basically get trained to do these fast braces, and what they do is before they put them on, they take a picture of your teeth and they send it to wherever, some orthos, I don't know, and the orthos basically send back where each bracket should go and how they should be positioned and stuff like that. So I noticed that this dentist didn't ask me like, what the other dentist was telling me and asking me. He didn't really care that I was tongue thrusting. He didn't care to solve it or anything like that. But at that point, I didn't really care because I just wanted the braces. And they were cheap, so I was just like, okay. So I got them on. They hurt it like hell, but then after a while, the pain was like nothing. So every once in a while, I would, forget to go to my appointment, and maybe I'll go like 8 weeks without going, because you're supposed to go every 6 weeks. But that was every once in a while. I noticed that my teeth like started to overlap a little bit. Like I would say like when we were like 85% done with the whole process, my teeth started to overlap, and like I still had some like weird spacing, and basically these braces did not fix what they were supposed to. Like they didn't fix my bite. It's just a horrible hot mess. So I was supposed to get the braces off this year, which I did, but like around this time or so, or even like next year. So at the beginning of the year, I get a letter in the mail from the dentist's office, and they would charge me $1,025, and I'm like, okay, what in the world? Is it because I had the braces on longer than expected, or what's the problem? Because I did have the braces on longer than I was supposed to, due to me missing a couple of appointments. But anyways, and me missing appointments was not the reason why some of my teeth were overlapping or spacing weird or stuff like that. They just didn't know what the hell they were doing. So after I get the letter, I physically go to the doctor's office. I'm into the dentist's office, and I'm like, okay, why am I getting this bill in the mail? For $1,025. There's a new lady at the desk, and she's like, well, the lady that did everything for you last year, she's no longer working here, and she was basically doing a lot of fraudulent stuff. So instead of charging you the correct amount, she charged you $4,500 and this and that and that and that. I'm like, well, what I should have said, well, that's not my problem. This is the price that I was given, and that's the price that I'm gonna stick to. You're not gonna charge me an extra $1,000 a year and a half later. That's what I should have said. But me, being the nice person that I am, I'm like, I can afford to do this. My insurance is already paid. The first half, I'm in the process of paying off the credit card for the second half. I'm a college student. I can't afford that in my budget anymore. Then she's like, well, you can make payment plans. Like, no, I don't want to make any payments, because that wasn't originally quoted to me. So the dentist comes out the office. He didn't really say anything. He didn't say anything at all. He's just listening to the conversation. So I'm like, at that point, I'm really frustrated. So I storm out the office and I leave. So maybe a couple of weeks later, I was actually due for a readjustment of my braces, but I was so mad that I ended up not coming. So a couple of weeks later, I got a letter in the mail saying, oh, we'll take the charge off and take off your braces and whatnot. And mind you, I'm not done with my treatment. So they either wanted me to pay the money or take my braces off. And it didn't really click to me at that point, at that time, that this is what they were doing. I was just thinking like, oh, okay, maybe my treatment is done. But I wasn't really happy. But I'm not the type of person. I should have spoke up, to be honest with you, because I paid a lot of money, but I didn't. So I ignored the letter or whatnot, and my dentist, the creep that he is, he found me on Facebook, he sent me a message, and I'm gonna see if I can show it to you guys. Hold on. So this is the message that he sent me. Oops. So this is the message that he sent me. I'll read it to you guys. Hold on. So it says, please contact me. We have good news for you. And then the second message says, we are not kidding. You should have received the letter by now. Just come in and get your retainers ASAP, and we will credit off the balance. So this man found me on Facebook and is telling me come in so we can take off your braces and we'll take the charge off and you'll get your retainers. My treatment is not even done. Like, my teeth are not even like perfectly straight. This one is like sticking out a little bit, not too much, but like, so I went back to the doctor's office. The dentist is in my face like, oh, are you excited to get your braces off? I'm just sitting there like, not really. He didn't say anything. So he starts to clip them off. And then, like, a really quick process. And then he starts to sand the cement off. Then he gives me the mold for my retainers. And basically he sent me on my way. Like, I just felt like so cheated and just like, and I was stupid for not even like saying anything or like sticking up for myself. But it's like, you know what? I got my teeth are in a better state than what they were, so I'm kind of happy. I'm really happy about that, and I can smile without being, self-conscious. But I paid a lot of money for my braces, and I didn't get the results that I was expecting, and I did not correct my tongue thrusting. Instead of me being cheap, I should have just went and to an actual. I should have stuck with the actual orthodontist that said that he can correct my tongue thrusting. No, it was gonna be a lot of money, but it would have been worth it, and I probably would have had the smile that I really wanted. So, all in all, my teeth aren't what they used to be, but I mean, they're certainly better. So this is just a lesson. Do not go for the cheapest thing out there. I know I probably could have found a real ortho that could have did it for $4,500, but at that time I wasn't finding anybody doing it that cheap. So yeah, don't go for the quickest, cheapest route, because it might not end good. And yeah, so that's my horrible braces experience. I did really like having my braces. I thought they were really cute, and getting the different colored bands. But yeah, so I don't know if this video was as relaxing as it should have been, but it'll just be like a get to know me type video, an experience in my life, if it wasn't too relaxing. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys for the rest of ASMRmas, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.